Have you ever played hide and seek? I mean, hide and seek. It's a game where you and I hide and somebody comes searching or finding for us. And when you are found, you're told, I spy you. Today's story for our devotion is something like that, where a young man is playing hide and seek with God. He finds himself in a threshing floor, in a wine press, threshing wheat. The story is a story of Gideon. Who is this Gideon? Gideon, a young man who was trying to hide from God, hide from his circumstances, hide from his situations. But yet this story teaches us a lesson that when Gideon trusted God, he accomplished great things for him. And so can you and I. When we trust God in our weaknesses, in our difficult moments, God can use us to do great and mighty things. I want to leave with you two lessons this morning from the story of Gideon. Number one, firstly, God always sees the best for us and in us. You see, the story tells us Gideon is found at a wine press doing his job, threshing wheat at a wine press, an unusual place, but yet he was going about doing his job. He was hiding from his enemies who attacked the nation of Israel and took everything that they had. His confidence was low. He was just doing his own thing. But then God steps in. And when God steps in, notice this, God doesn't step in and call him just anything, but God steps in and calls him a mighty warrior. I know what you're thinking. Crazy as it sounds, but God looks at you and I, not for who we are or what we are doing, but he looks at us as his children and what we can do and who we can become. And so we find God calling Gideon a mighty warrior. Gideon trusts God and he does great and mighty things. God looks at the past. God looks at all his weaknesses. God looks at the fault. But God wants to believe and wants Gideon to believe in what God calls him, a mighty warrior. Today, you and I, whatever names we've been called or whatever names we've been told, you and I can learn to trust God as God gives you and I a new name, a mighty warrior, to overcome our situations and circumstances. You see failure, you see fear, insecurity, all of that surrounded Gideon. He had no hope. He was weak. How do I know this? Because he tells God the classic excuse, God, I am weak. My clan is the weakest. Are you sure you want to use me? And God says, yes, you are my mighty warrior and I'm going to use. You see, we're all a work in progress. So all we need to do is trust God and grow in our faith, because God always sees the best in us and for us. The second and important lesson is this: little can be a lot. You see, Gideon, a young man, didn't have much. He came from the weakest family, weakest clan, but yet when he trusted God and surrendered to God and did what God asked him to do, great things were achieved. You say, what are his qualifications? I do not know. None. What are his deeds? What great things did he do? None. But yet, I read, God was interested in Gideon's heart, and God calls out to Gideon to rescue his people. You see, while you and I wait for people to become perfect before we notice them, God notices us in our weakness and calls us out. Words of an old song say like this: little is much when God is in it. Labor not for fame or wealth. There's a crown and you can win it if you go in Jesus' name. And Gideon did exactly that. He went in the name of Jesus. He trusted and followed God. And God helped him overcome and rescue the people of Israel. What is it that you and I can learn is simply this. You know, when we trust God in our situations and our circumstances, even though we don't understand, God sees the best for us and in us. We want to be successful. All you and I need to do is trust God and allow God to use us. I want to leave you with this. Our private faithfulness determines our public usefulness. Let's not play hide and seek with God. but let's trust God and allow Him to use us for His glory. God bless you.